For my mind mapping my mind mapping assignment, I was really interested to see what would happen. I'd never really done mind mapping before in my classes or whatnot. We've got mind mapping software at school. I've never used it. I've always done other things. So I was really interested to see what would happen. So I went to a friend of mine who is not the greatest with tech, and I had us draw mind maps of how to build a website. So building a website. So first I'll show mine as the expert. I've built several websites. I've not coded one from the ground up. I've used pre-made templates and I know enough about the code to alter the code. My goal is by the end of the summer to build a website from the ground up. I own a small business myself, going around making house calls, fixing computers. So I've built a website for that, but my goal is to redesign it from the ground up by the end of this summer. All right, so here is my mind map. So I go into web design. I go languages, browsers, and purposes. So the purposes of what the website would be for. For the browsers, listed Chrome, Firefox, Mozilla, Internet Explorer, who they were made by, some or Safari's in there. So who they were made by is what I also listed them for. Different languages, I put HTML, CSS, C++, jQuery, Java, and drew a little diagram of an HTML code. For purposes, I did like interactive and informative, and for the interactive ones, it's hard for me to tell where I'm pointing, sorry. For the interactive ones, I drew lines to the type of code that would best suit an interactive website. For the informative ones, mostly just drew the code to HTML and CSS. Then I also talked about the design itself. Flat design is something that's used in graphic design today. So that was mine. Really interested to see my coworkers. He also wanted me to make sure I mentioned his name is Kent Halstead, and he wants graduate credit for doing this. So I don't know if that can be arranged or not. Anyway, web design. So create website, upload, go live, which is somewhere. There's go live. Okay, go live, and then get feedback. Also, creating website, doesn't know how. So that's his. You know, I can't say my undergraduate education preparation really prepared me to think about how experts conceptualize topics versus how novices conceptualize topics. So that's something that this assignment is really going to help me think about through the rest of the projects. If I'm not an expert on something, but I'm designing a plan for teaching it, I need to find an expert, have them do the mind map, so that I can see how experts conceptualize something, and then incorporate that into the teaching. So I think that's really the biggest benefit of this is really be thinking about how experts conceptualize a topic in their head. What are their mental schema for it versus what a novice might have.